here to convince you to do sin.
That was a good cold open. That was a good cold open. I like that.
It's me, the devil. I'm here to convince you to steal candy from small businesses and babies.
Yeah, you,
I'll
you,
never
you
see it
should
coming.
only steal from small mom and pop shops, kids. Never steal from corporations. They are your parents. You should love them dearly.
The corporations put you here, the corporations put you here, the corporations put you here.
Yeah, they brought you into this film. They can take you out, all right?
At any moment.
Yeah, at any moment from right now, a rod from God could just obliterate wherever it is you are.
Any given moment.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of listening to the corporations, hello, welcome back to Korner K4. I'm your host, Quim Cloris, joined today by the usual suspects. This is episode large number.
I think it's like 80.
Yeah, I think we're in the 80s now. I think we're like 82 or something.
Something like that.
I don't know. Maybe more than that, actually. 84. Whatever, I'll figure it out.
Post. That's what post is for.
Yeah, that's a future Dakota problem. But the past Dakota, he did many things. One of which was having the players leave the city of New Orleans and drive around a lot. And they got into shenanigans. They almost had to kill a cop who insisted upon searching through their suspiciously locked up 18-wheeler. But only through some quick thinking and some good rolls on my part was the group saved from having to become cop killers. After that, the group did some other stuff. They drove past a weird hole in the ground with a bunch of dudes around it. They didn't investigate that, but it was weird. What else happened? Oh yeah, there's also like that guy, the desperado. Yeah, the desperado who was like who wanted to die an honorable death, and then he didn't die an honorable death.
Sucks to suck, bro.
in a gunslinger duel, in which
in his
Cairo
mind,
blew
he
him
did.
away. I mean, yeah. Cairo blew him away with help from Bonus, and
then we found out that his gun wouldn't have fired anyway.
yeah, find that old man desperado, whose name I forget. He didn't really plan on winning that. And you guys arrived in Lone Star, and once in Lone Star, you were immediately contacted by the Hermes Johnson, Mr. Braden Zanthorpe, who informed you all that a friend of his, quote-unquote friend, lives in Lone Star, and he had asked if Zanthorpe knew any mercs in the city that would be willing to help him out. And he's like, oh, well, it just so happens that some of my best people are in the city
convenient.
right now. And he gave this guy your guys' contact info, and you were told to meet this man at a cafe in downtown Lone Star.
Then we did the stuff with the doctor first, right?
Yes, there's also the big payoff for Dr. Vanderhouse, whose name I can remove from the initiative tracker.
For some reason, Marie and Jr. are still there.
No, they're not there. I took them off last time. As soon as you guys got in the city limits. They were scorched from the record, never to be seen or heard from ever again.
Reduced to atoms.
Yeah, obliterated. But yeah, you guys helped them out. They got set up. They got their 10,000 smackaroos from the duffel bag of totally not stolen, morally acquired funds.
Totally not double stolen.
Yeah.
It was rightfully ours.
Sure.
Questionably acquired.
Yeah, and then you guys sent them off, and you got Vanderhouse set up all nice and safe with synthetic chem, and she gave you guys a butt ton of cash. Part of her new entrance package and her deal. She sold her soul to the oil drilling devil in exchange for safety.
And lots of money.
Yes, and a lot of money. So, you know, she...
As you do.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's very happy with her current position, but, you know, it's better than being dead. So,
Yeah,
she'll
I think
take it.
anything's better than that.
Yeah. So, that being El Caso in El Paso. You aren't in El Paso yet. That's Juarez. But yeah, so you guys were told to go to this cafe, meet with this guy, who apparently has need of mercenaries.
Mercarados.
Yeah. So, I will assume that you all will indeed be going to this cafe meeting.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, you all arrive at this fancy, hipster cafe in downtown Lone Star. And,
Lone store.
Lone Store.
One store in the middle of the desert.
There's only room for one store in this town. Home Depot or
Lone
Lowe's.
Store.
Pick it.
That works too.
And, yeah, it's Nerf for nothing, he says, before promptly blowing his own brains out. Because he accidentally touched not Nerf.
What?
He was contaminated.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
So yeah, you guys pull up to this cafe, and there's like a young kid, maybe like maximum of like 22. Like he's very young young man, and he's dressed in like very fancy, very modern fashion, kind of like something you'd see Xanthorpe wear. And he's sipping a nice cup of espresso when you all walk up.
He's gonna shit his pants later.
Like, no, I have cyber kidneys. I'm actually immune to diarrhea. Even though that's not how that works, but that's how digestion works, but it's fine. But yeah, so you all sit down across from this kid, and he's like, "Greetings.
Who are you?
Why are you sitting at my table? I don't know you people." And then he promptly draws a revolver and shoots Bonus square in the face.
Oh, I was gonna say, then I get up and leave.
And he's like, "No, I assume that all of you are the people that I was told to meet by my mutual friend."
Safe assumption.
And he's like, "All right, well, I am Edwin." And then he extends
That's
a
it?
hand.
No surname?
He's like, "Well, I do have a surname, yes, but
That's
you know,
good to know. I'll shake his hand.
like, yes, my name is Edwin Sharps, spelt like the rifle, with an S at the end." And he's like,
Has to clarify that every time.
He does, yeah.
Sharps with an S on the end.
Yeah. Like, I am in need of some light mercenary work.
Well, that depends on what applies as light in this context, I assume.
He's like, I need you to nuke Lone Star. No.
Oh, you're in luck. We just so happen to have one.
Well, I'm just calling Dapper real quick and then open the
Nuke,
container.
you say?
It's either a
Hmm.
nuke or bloodthirsty robots. Honestly, either way, it's same
A
difference.
bloodthirsty nuke bot, thank you very much.
Yeah, just a giant cargo container full of nanomachines.
An IG-11 unit trying to take its own life at every single turn.
Oh no, it's 2G.
So, Edwin is like, yeah, so, a couple of weeks ago, my best man, my top guy, a local desperado, by the nickname of Bear Claw, he went into retirement and has since fallen into what I would call alcoholic despair. And I
As
need,
opposed to normal despair?
yes, as opposed to normal despair. And I need you guys to talk to him and convince him to come back and work for me.
Huh.
Why did he fall into despair?
Yeah, I think that's a question that needs to be
I was
asked.
like, his last job for me did not go very well.
Are we talking?
Bearing the details, is he... How long has he worked as your top guy?
Well, he's worked for my family since before I was born. And he's, the
Ah.
closest thing to a father that I had beside my father.
So essentially, he really think he royally disappointed you, which
I
you probably
suppose.
did. Unless you're not actually that disappointed and be like, it happens.
I mean, he did mess up, but I still need him. He's still my top guy, and I need a top guy, and so I need him. And I feel a loyalty to him just as he has loyalty from me. And I want to make sure that he's not, gonna like swallow his
Abandon you?
magnum.
Oh, yeah, that I guess that's a type of abandonment.
That is a type of abandonment. That is the greatest type of abandonment.
Okay, well, alright. I think that's pretty doable. Give this guy a prep talk and tell him you're not disappointed. Can we have a written, I'm not disappointed in you, not apology, just letter?
Well, I've already attempted to persuade him to come back to work, but every time I did, he just broke down into incoherent sobs, and
Did a
general.
child die or something? The fuck happened?
Well, when you work for a group of people, pretty much your whole career, and you do a real bad boo boo. Suddenly, like your whole life's work is now up in flames. That is the case with Mr. Bearclaw.
Are you telling me he fucked up so bad his job was actually at stake?
And he gets like a kind of somber look on his face. He's like, well, let's just say his screw up is why I'm in my current position of authority.
Oh.
I see.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a pretty big. That's a pretty big owie.
Yes. So he
Medically
feels.
speaking, he's got some boo boos.
Yeah, he feels understandably guilty about what happened, but I still think that he is a very valuable asset, and he's very good at his job. One of the best, as far as I'm aware. And I would like it if he would keep on the payroll.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like, but I would warn, if you're going to bring up the source of his retirement, tread very carefully, because he is still one of the better gunslingers in Lone Star, and he may or may not react violently. Yeah, he's not.
Why would
He's
we
not a
bring
very
up his
happy
retirement?
drunk. Well, I don't know. You've got to convince him to come back, and you know, I don't know how y'all plan on doing that, but
Neither do I.
in case you were to bring up the sore spot in his recent past, I would warn you to tread carefully. You know, I would recommend like talking to him, or trying to get him to do a different job, or I don't know, something, make him feel nostalgic or whatever. But as far as I'm aware, he likes to hang out at a local saloon called the Rebel Brain Bar. That seems to be his watering hole of choice. And as far as I know, he practically lives in the bar. Like he is effectively always there. So, that's where I assume he will be.
All right. Hmm. Does well, probably overreaching, but does he have any family?
No, none that I'm aware of.
Ah, I see. Hmm. Interesting. All right.
Anything else we should be worried about?
Is him shooting us? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
No, I mean besides.
Let me see. Edwin says that he's willing to pay each of you 5,000 smackaroos if you can get his buddy out of retirement.
Fair enough.
And yeah, that's pretty much all the information that he gives you.
All right. Anything personality-wise that we need to know about him? Like anything extra? Possible liabilities?
Well, he has fallen into a bit of, you know, drinking habit recently, so that's certainly the main liability. And as far as I have heard, his marksmanship skills have diminished very little despite his perpetual state of inebriation.
That's concerning to a slight degree.
Yeah, so, as far as personality wise, I mean, he's a fairly normal desperado. I never asked what got him into that line of work. I always figured that was another level of sore spot, as it tends to be for that kind of folk. But he was always very, very kind to me, very, very, very loyal, very what's the word? Very responsible. You can really count on him when the going gets tough to have your back.
All right. Well, anyone got any ideas?
Give him a good prep talk. Tell him he's not shit. Um, and tell him how badly his original employer needs him.
But in the event that doesn't work,
We try other stuff.
You kidnap him.
No, that'd be too much.
I mean, I think it would work. I could, spike one of his drinks. We could bring him back here.
Just like force him to be unlike the new kid's property, and like, you cannot leave until you accept to work for me for the rest of your human life.
Yeah, I think so.
Got a couple of ideas in mind, but I don't know how well they'll work.
And they are.
Well, I could challenge him to a shooting competition. Maybe winning that would, get him the pep
So what you're
to come
saying is
back into it.
you're going to challenge him to a shooting competition.
Yeah, like target shooting.
Technically lose.
Well, purposefully lose.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because
How so?
from what we've been told so far, despite his drinking, his shooting hasn't gotten any worse, which makes me think it wasn't poor shooting which got him into this in the first place.
I'm aware. But maybe the thrill of winning in a competition like that will drag him out of this stupor.
You ever thought of just buying him a hooker?
I mean, that's.
And Edwin says, "Oh, Mr. Bearclaw is a man of, shall we say, higher morals."
A
I don't
nun?
No, but he is a spiritual fellow.
A spiritual hooker.
That is an oxymoron. Mr. Bearclaw is not a spherical church adherent, nor is he one of those weird Flavius cultists up in Chicago, so
Never mind,
He
yeah.
is or is not
he is not.
one of the cultists?
Correct. He is
He's just
a
a spiritual guy.
technically the indoor term is neo-Catholic, but
Mm.
he is a man of spiritual enthusiasm, and people kind of think that he has that he's rather old-fashioned because he sticks so closely to those old world values, but
I know
you know,
Neo is like new. What's the term for like the old world stuff?
huh?
The old world kind of stuff.
I mean, the
Like
old world
there's
people just
Neo.
call it the old world. Well, they'll call it like, um, you know, pre-fiscal suicide, or back in my day. In the case of some people who were old enough to remember what it was like. But Bearclaw is not quite old enough to remember what it was like before the corporations took over. He's not that ancient. He's like in his 60s.
Mm.
So he's like a decade or two older than Bonus.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Uh, we just gotta make him not depressed.
This is true.
How do you
Better,
make
easier
someone who
easier
fucked
said
up
than
so
done.
badly not depressed?
Like I said, easier said than done.
Well, we can't say anything about money, otherwise he would have just hopped back on. I imagine you offered him money.
Large thumbs.
And was like, yes, money is the one thing I have lots of at the moment.
That he is not accepting.
No. Like I
So we
said,
can't.
he is a man of strong moral conviction. He is not. I mean, he's a desperado, and they are normally like that.
All right. Hmm. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask. Did something on this mission really shake his morals, perchance?
I mean, I wouldn't say so. I would say more like he just he failed. He didn't do his job well enough.
Okay. Uh,
So it's not like he
some
like
some
something
rocks
weird
his
happened, or
morals.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
just I think he's retiring out of guilt and because he feels like he is a failure, which is technically true, but you know.
He only messed up how many times in so many years, so
Yeah.
I can imagine why he feels such a way. Okay, okay. He was definitely the guy who got upset that he got a 99 on the exam.
I feel offended.
Is that the DM or the character?
Yes.
Well, the best idea I have is like the shooting competition that I like botched.
Why don't we hmm. That'd be a pretty dumb idea.
Why?
Never mind. No, not your thing. I was like, oh,
Uh,
maybe we could randomly bust into his home, and be like, don't ask questions while we're in your home and not saving the guy. But for trope reasons, your old son, I don't know. I don't know what he'd call you. Your old employer, for speaking sake.
argument's sake.
Yes, is in deep shit and is going to die unless you save him. That's right. Only you can do it. But I feel like that would go horribly wrong.
I mean, I guess that could work, but you'd have to fabricate like a hostage situation, and that either requires getting involved in an actual hostage situation, or like
I
Edwin's
I
other
would
employees
say,
getting shot by a
I would
gunslinger.
admit,
mean,
if you've got some like expendable guys, this can work. But
or
Edwin
we could
blinks. He
do
goes, "Well, I'm looking at him right now."
As we're not expendable to Xanthorpe, so this does not work
yeah,
out.
yeah.
However, what we could do, and he rushes over, breaks down the door, and then you're sitting there on a table and be like, "We need to talk," and he cries his heart out. You've changed.
We need to
You've
talk.
changed.
Tied up to a
Um,
chair. We need to talk.
no, he's not tied up. He just busts into the door. There's a
Yeah, when you
chest.
said on a table, I imagine that he was like a James Bond, like he was like locked into the table, like a laser pointed at him, and he's like, "Okay, we need to have a conversation. I'm gonna be cut in half by a laser beam. I need you to save me, cowboy." Pew!
um, sure, something like that. But yeah, that's how do we feel about that? Suddenly shows up to the scene where he's supposedly kidnapped, and he's not actually kidnapped, and then he cries. He's like, "Oh, boss, but I failed you." It's like, you don't understand. You only failed once. You haven't failed me.
Oh, I was
And
like going in a totally different direction.
we have many different ideas going on here.
Bonus suggests simply stealing this guy's DNA and building a new you of him that you can use to replicate this guy without actually getting him back in the game.
Mm, mm, mm. I turned to the employer. You got the money for that?
I don't
Like,
think
I
he wants
mean,
to. I don't think he wants
yes.
to shell out something.
Yeah, but that would cost at least like $1 million, and I don't really feel like shelling that much money out.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm. Okay, that is very reasonable.
That's reasonable of you.
Okay, well, um, how we feel about the hostage situation?
Poorly.
Okay, I'm glad someone said poorly because I was like, oh god, I really don't think this is gonna work at all.
I mean, I don't think so.
It would.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Again, I don't know why I help you guys, but bonus suggests having Oid take this kid's face, then get himself kidnapped by a bunch of baranderos, and then you're like, "Oh my God, retired cowboy, your old boss is in danger. Look, he's right over there." and he's just like Oid being tossed into the back of a van by a bunch of Mexican dudes, and then the gunslinger like freaks out and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then he's
Force
like
him
saves
into
him.
a sense of fatherly duty.
Yeah, and then
then
like he saves
suddenly-
Look,
Oid.
their son's being kidnapped.
Go help.
Someone's
We
poisoned
can't
the
do
whole
anything.
water hole.
Our guns are
Someone
jammed.
poison the water hole.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my watering hole.
That just adds flavor.
There's a snake in my watering hole.
Euphemism.
Quite literally.
Damn. You can fit a snake up there?
You can fit a raccoon in there.
Jesus.
This is true.
But yeah, I
This is
think
just plain old fact.
if you wanted to go with the
And-
hostage route and not have to murder like random people that work for this guy, then you could use Oid as like bait, as kidnap bait.
Hey, Oid, how do you feel about being a kidnapped victim?
I mean, I've probably been jailbait before, but kidnap bait, that's a different story.
Hey, look, man, this guy has a very kidnap bait face, you know?
Are you saying that out loud to him?
Hmm.
Edwin is marginally offended.
Well, shouldn't you be not offended and be appreciative that people want to steal you for your assets?
He's like,
Just
no,
your
no, I don't think I am.
I don't
Man.
think I will.
People in Lone Star are quite different than Rhinstown.
Yes, the word is homophobic.
It's the
Damn,
cutout
Ryan.
for me.
Damn. What was that you were saying there? I cut out for a moment.
Oh yeah, I was saying people won't start homo.
That's what we do. We tell him he came out of
Damn, well, that kind of ruins one of my plans. Then.
What was one of your plans gonna be?
This goddamn
You know, he mentioned earlier, he wanted us to make sure, Bear Claw isn't, eating his Magnum, but, I figured he could eat a different kind of Magnum.
Yeah, going back to Kyle's buy him a hooker idea. I see.
You've changed. You used to be a pious man.
I have seen the ways of dark arts.
Alright, well, I kind of like Lloyd being kidnap bait. As a backup plan, okay?
Kidnap me.
Hey, it's better than him being jailbait. That one might get everyone in trouble.
It's like it's like the one clip from Mad Max. That's bait.
That's big.
Except they won't know because they'll take him and be like, wow, this was really easy. And then suddenly get killed the next frame. Alright, well, let's go find this guy. Let's go cheer him up. Let's be like, hey man, it's okay, everyone messes up, blah 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 blah. And then he's like, oh man, well, you're right, everyone does messes up, but I can never go back. And it's like, oh well, before you say you can never go back, your boss is currently kidnapped. I should have opened up with that probably.
We subcontract another group of mercenaries.
We'll pay you guys $2,000 each to kidnap this guy.
Oh, but you should have new use planned just in case.
No,
Don't ask
even
why.
Tell them that. Don't even tell them that.
Just get
be
them
like,
murdered.
"Hey,
Bro, that's how we get return our investment.
kidnap this guy."
Oh, you're right. We steal their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
Even after the job is
they
done.
then hire mercenaries for them. Be like, hey, do this job for us, and we'll pay you $500.
Don't ask any questions. Don't say anything about it. Want to buy some death sticks?
Want to buy some dead
Cool.
sticks?
All right, so are we all in agreement? Plan one: cheer guy up morally. Be a really good guy. and plan 2, backup plan, is we walk away from him, come back the next day, and be like, "Hey, your boss is kidnapped, and Oid is no longer with us."
I was thinking along the lines of, we go there with Oid and Toad disguised as this guy. We try talking to him, and if that doesn't work, in the middle of us trying to talk to him, like Oid gets kidnapped, and then we act like we're panicking because the guy that paid us is getting kidnapped currently.
Man, I
And then
can't
he's
wait
like,
to
"The hell's
see.
going on out there?" Well,
Man,
and then kind of force him into a sense of action.
But then, like, what if he doesn't bite
oh well, you're gone then.
though?
The
Well,
cook
then
is like,
you.
well, time to get back in our cars, and just drives away.
Oid just
Boyd will
gets up,
turn
just
up
like
somewhere. He'll be fine.
nah, just suddenly Oid just gets up from being mid kidnap. He's like, "Well, guys, you didn't bite. Thanks for acting, though." They're like, "What?"
I mean, honestly, what would happen then, I think, is like you guys are gonna come back to Lone Star on the way back from Vegas, and you're gonna run into like a gang of Baranderos, kill all of them in the normal fashion, and then I'm just gonna like drop the disguise, and you're just gonna be like, "Oh, so that's where you went."
You're like, "Oh
God.
yeah, that's right. We never."
Oid
was
becomes a
gonna do
different kind
something.
of drug dealer while in Lone Star for like a month.
I was gonna do something funny.
Like,
I was gonna make a contact.
are you telling me you're gonna make the
Gonna make a-
K4's
gonna make a
first ever
contact.
therapist?
Gonna make a contact for a mercenary group that you're gonna promptly get murdered.
No, 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 no. A guy on the inside of the Baranderos.
To get his friends murdered. I
Yeah.
see.
You still get murdered.
A double agent.
Yeah.
Turns not really double agent because he still gets murdered anyway.
Well, not him getting murdered.
I
People
see.
that
So
are
you're,
around him.
I see. So what you're saying is this guy works in such a high position he can just throw goons at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you have that contact?
I don't know. Hey, Kyra's on a lot of
Kyra's
forums.
got a lot of fans, a lot of different kind of people listening to Kyra's music.
Hey man, I noticed you listen to my music. Can you do me a favor and get your friends killed?
Can you do me a favor and
That's
you
become
have
painfully
6 to
obvious
8 of your
that
good
more
buddies
people-
kidnap this guy?
More people than I thought listen to my music.
Now imagine like a Wild West saloon and it's just like hard bass techno music blasting in the speakers.
It's a techno saloon, so it looks old timey, but with
You're like a dude playing the
technology.
piano, but
What's
every key is the
funnier?
next note of the hard bass.
What's funnier is thinking that someone in the Baranderos listens to Kyra's music.
Someone's such a fucking fanboy that they're like, "Oh yes, Cairo, I am very willing to throw my friends under
mean,
the bus."
Honestly, I don't think it's that unlikely. Surely Kyra's had to have made like a remix of the Mexican hat dance at least once.
That's
We
all
do
it
have
took.
that one really weird song that was in 6-2. Was it 6-2 or 6-3?
I think it was 6-2.
It was 6-2 because it's like the theoretical.
Yeah.
music.
God. I mean that's
Check the
yeah, that's
charts,
that's
that's
that's,
one of
kind
my
of
hits.
too far of a stretch for context, I
Yeah.
think. So, official saying is you guys are like known hostiles for Aztec and the Baranderos.
Does he have an idea? Like, does this guy have an idea of where Baranderos territory starts?
Well, like the hard line is the Rio Grande, but you guys are a long ways from the Rio Grande. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still Baranderos everywhere, because, like real life, they're you know.
Never. Try to cut out there for a second. Try to say that again.
I said they're illegal. You know?
Man, this is very fishy session.
I know. I
Sorry,
apologize
viewers.
to the
What a
audience.
bizarre coincidence.
My $100 microphone is on the fritz today.
Cutting out.
Yeah. But yeah, the Varandaras are like everywhere pretty much. They manage to worm their way past the estates. Granted, in like smaller numbers than the millions of people that are across the river. Edwin doesn't know anywhere specifically, but he says that if you want to get a decent idea of where Sparaderos might be, you can always check the bounty boards, because like those are usually for desperados to take jobs against known like Barandero gangs, and there's usually a few of those posted at any one point in time.
Alright, well, I'll go take a look. Is it in the bar?
Yeah, there'd be like a bulletin board, but like a sci-fi holographic bulletin board. That is just a TV, but it's a bulletin board.
I'll go take a look.
Okay, so there are the top two names on the list. Catch
I
your
want
eye.
one known for hostage taking.
Well, I can give you the top two names. That's the first one. And
Ellen Gaines.
the second one.
Juarez. Okay. And suddenly, the idea of getting one of these guys to kidnap Owen is slowly dwindling. Hmm. Although that 25,000. I'll keep that 25,000 one in mind.
Okay, yeah, that is the total amount. That's not per person.
No,
So,
I know.
keep that in mind.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I think I'm definitely taking interest in that 25,000 one, but we could probably get Nikolaus to bite.
I mean, you can give it a try, I suppose.
So here's the question: are you committed to being kidnapped?
I mean,
Are you willing to like commit to the bit?
I guess.
Because
Sure.
hmm. Because if we put an anonymous tip into them, they could come and scoop you up. Be like, hey, you want a good prize money? Kidnap this guy. You
Although,
know?
actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want to ask our employer more about the job that was failed. Because I don't want to become, this guy's a second failure, if you catch my drift.
I mean, I assume that like the group wouldn't just let this retired cowboy try to take out a gang of Baranderos by himself. I assume.
Oh, we'd be
the
doing
rest,
it with him.
yeah, the rest of the party
Oh
would be
no,
going with
he
him.
has to do it all by himself, or
He
he's just
must
supposed
do it
to.
all by himself.
No, we'd be.
I mean, I
watch.
assume that was going to be the case, but at the same time, how certain are we that these baranderos aren't just going to roll up and gun me down on the side of the road?
Well, that's why I'm saying I can put a tip in. Hey, you guys want a little bit of extra coin? Go after this guy, kidnap him, get a ransom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lloyd. You're just gonna die. Here's a out of character question, because this wouldn't be talking in the middle of the thing. Does Oi's disguise disappear when he changes bodies? I
Yes.
forgot if we established that.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was from Atlanta. So he has to be in his disguise body to have a disguise.
Okay. All right. So then, man, how are we gonna successfully do this without Oid dying?
Preemptive strike against Oid. Kill him right now.
You're right. We have to get him before they do.
Or idea. Boyd, you can alter like someone's appearance, right?
Huh?
Technically, yes, but probably not along the lines of what you're thinking.
No, because I was gonna suggest, what if Oid disguises himself as this guy and like fakes having like a bullet wound? I was like, oh, he's dead. We gotta find the person who killed him.
I think that'd be really traumatic for him to find out his employer is dead, and then after we kill some
Well,
random.
what better to bring him back into the fold than death, and then surprise, I'm still alive. I need you in my life.
Or, hear me out, call me crazy. He's not dead, just really badly injured,
We could do that.
and is asking him for, to kill the guy.
We could do that.
Okay. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
How's the boss like it?
So, are you just gonna be like, OMG, somebody shot your boss and it's these guys in the middle of Bumpkinville nowhere? Go murder them?
Well,
I mean, I
you
wouldn't
put it
say
like that.
When you put it like that, it sounds really simple.
gunshot wound, but like I think it's more like severe beating, maybe.
I mean, if you were to shoot him, or to have Oid pretend to be shot, because again he can't he wouldn't actually be bleeding, so it would like he couldn't have like a pool of blood underneath him unless you actually shot him and his like red coolant spilled everywhere, which I assume you don't want to do.
Imagine the
Well,
beating
the
up
whole
is
thing
better.
is
I mean, the beating up would be more easily faked, but I don't know if it would quite be, enough impetus for him to go on like a murder spree. which is basically what's being asked of him if you were to go through with this iteration of the plan.
Well, it wouldn't be him going on a murderer's rampage alone. We'd be asking for his help. Like, oh, he told us that you were very close to him. We need your assistance.
I suppose you could do that. Yeah.
I mean, does red food dye still exist? Like, does fake blood still exist?
Actually, no. It was banned in a anti fake news treaty. No, you can still buy
My
that stuff.
better question is, does this guy have any actual enemies that we could pin this on, and not just be like some Joe Schmo down the street managed to beat up your boss?
None that would attempt something like that.
I mean,
I
if
really meant Baranderos type, but I imagine that covered that as well.
Yeah, none that would be willing to.
That's stupid.
Yeah, to just brazenly kidnap. Well, the
I
new
mean,
patriarch of an estate family.
if this kid doesn't mind getting a little bit dirty, we could just set up the fake blood with him, take a picture, and be like, "Hey, we're on protection detail. A lot of stuff went down. We were trying to protect him. Someone came up from behind while we were trying to get him out of there. Caught one of us off guard and beat him up."
Now I'm thinking you guys walk up to him. And
Yeah,
you're like,
just
oh,
threw some hands.
you're like,
It was
oh.
really incredible to watch.
Or I'm thinking like oh, you were on protection duty, and these Baranderos ambushed us, and we used to be 5 people, and the Baranderos killed one of us and beat up the guy. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
you just straight up lie. And like, yeah, we used to have a 5th member, and they died. We need your help to replace our 5th member, who passed away so solemnly.
Real bitch though, but man, did he pass away.
He only got punched once
if
and died.
If he's got any enemies, that would help.
But none that would be brazen enough to.
Yeah, we
have
have to do some random ass
And
bounty guy.
Baranderos it is.
I mean, we could just pick one of the bounties. I'm pretty sure it'd be like we recognized him on this bounty.
Because it's him and an organization.
I mean, I guess you could still say that, like, oh, this one guy did this.
This group of guys did such.
They dared to do such.
I mean, I'm down for killing a person that never existed.
Okay, so is that the plan you guys are gonna go with then?
Like a.
Say that we were once 5.
We're once 5 and we need you, Whedon.
Please.
Please. I know, we could really butter him up. We hear you're the best in the business,
Okay, so then are you guys going to have Oid pretend to be an injured Edwin, or are you going to try to convince Edwin to, like, pretend to be roughed up?
I mean, if he doesn't mind.
Actually, he minds a lot.
That's completely up to him.
He doesn't really want to ruin his brand new suit.
Well, change out of it.
In the middle of a
I'm
cafe?
posing as
Well,
Edwin.
we've
I've already
got set
stolen
up
his
time.
face, so.
We've got set up time.
Sure, bro, sure.
I mean, how about this? We have these theories, these plans. Why don't we just try the moral support option and see what happens after?
Well, yeah, but if you're trying a moral support option and then it doesn't work, And then you like come back and like, OMG, bro, a totally wacky, unrelated incident. But the guy we were talking about with you, your old boss, he's been beat. We were hired to protect him, and like it's gonna be too. I don't think that's too much of a quinky dink. You know, I think he'd be sus
What
on
are you
that.
talking about? What are you talking?
I mean, we could do the moral pep talk.
I mean, I guess we could combine them.
Yeah,
Moral
that's what I
support
meant.
and revenge plot at the same time.
So you
Revenge
like, oh,
support.
OMG, your old boss has been beaten up. You heard you're the best in the business. You gotta help us.
You gotta get out of retirement.
One last job.
One last job, please.
And
You
then
know,
we just have like an
Listen, we're
asterisk
new
to the end of
here.
that
You're
sentence,
the
like
only
by one
person
last
we
job,
can
I hope
make
you realize
into
lifetime of service. Just so you know,
Yeah.
no biggie.
your contract
Mhm.
states.
Read the fine print, sir. You're actually fine. You signed up. You gave away your entire mortal soul and also your firstborn child to this guy. But you could do that.
do you want to talk to him directly or what?
What do you mean?
I think that's the most ideal thing to do is talk to him directly because then if we're not, are we talking to him at all?
No, I meant, some random text call thing.
Probably. I mean, it might be a bit weird. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, a random number hitting you up is a bit weird.
That's true.
I mean, he's a pious man. I'm pretty sure he'll answer.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think piety
What are you
translates.
talking
Uh,
about? What are you
wait,
talking about? Yeah,
He
this
picks
definitely
up the
does work
phone
like that.
to evangelize you guys.
exactly. Look,
Listen,
brother, if we
man,
just say
have you
some
found the
shit.
love of Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if we just go about our day and be like, hey, I'm looking to be evangelized via these specific routes. Dude or else.
God.
But yeah, alright, let's go talk to him. Let's I don't know. Let's take a
Find him on a
picture.
rooftop.
Oh no, you want what we do? We take a picture, a roughed up picture of this guy via
That's
OID.
what I was saying.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know you said that. I kind of blanked out a bit. I
No.
was still on the empathy talk, thinking of
We
what to
don't
say to
need the
this
guy
guy.
with us if he's
What?
willing to put on a little makeup.
What? No, Oid.
I know, but I'm saying like
He doesn't need makeup.
either Oid can fabricate the injuries by altering the image or altering like his image
He,
of the
no,
guy.
that's exactly what we're gonna do. We already decided it's Oid. Just we're gonna, take some pictures, some selfies. Just in case he asks for proof, cause why not?
No.
Okay. Alright, wait. I don't know. We'll do this some other place. It'd be really weird if you suddenly just turned in front of this guy and we started taking like selfies of your beat up body in a cafe.
God.
That would be true, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we're doing.
All right. So you guys, walk into the alleyway, have Oid pretend to be a beaten up this guy. Take some professional quality modeling photos, and then
Sprinkle some empty brass on the ground,
yeah. Okay.
And then yeah, I guess after we're done here, head over to the guy's known bar that he likes to hang out at.
Okay. So you guys head on over to the Rebel Brain Bar. And it is a metal building that somehow looks like a wooden saloon from the Wild West. From just all of like the rust, and it just gives off that aesthetic. And you guys walk through the front door, take a step in, the floorboard creaks, everybody stops, the music stops, everybody looks at you except for Mr. Bearclaw. Down the end of the bar, hunched over a half-empty bottle of fine Lone Star whiskey.
I'll go. I'll take a seat at the bar, like not right next to him, but like the bar seat over. I'm gonna pop Aura of Glory.
Okay. Give me that fame check.
Alright, where's my 1d10? Starting off great. Fantastic, even. Ah, there it is. Alright. That's a 9.
Okay, and then I'll roll his
9 on that fame check.
willpower. He rolled a 1. He rolled a negative 1. That means.
So wait, does that mean he faints?
Yeah, so you're like, oh, hey, bro, I need to talk to you, but I need to get your help, and he, like, falls off, and knocks the bar stool over, knocks the bottle of whiskey over, collapses to the ground. And the bartender's like, damn, the whiskey got him.
That's a first.
That'd be this guy of all people, too.
So that means he knows me.
Bro,
I
this
told you,
guy,
dude. You have fans in unlikely places.
bro, dude, I swear, every time you pop that shit, it's like the damn person is a cancer patient. This is a Make-A-Wish, bro. I swear to God.
It's like a mental flashbang every time. First
Jesus.
the
Maybe
cop
that Bar and
recognized him.
Barrel Lieutenant fan isn't so unlikely after all.
Maybe not. Jesus.
So scuffed.
This hardened desperado psychopath takes one look at Cairo and passes out. Just on the spot. And I think he also does like the video of the Michael Jackson concert where he nods at a woman and she passes out. It's like that. He like full like swoons backwards. You're like, oh, stumbles off the bar stool.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'll turn to the bartender. Like, you got anything to wake him up?
The bartender takes the spilt bottle of whiskey and just pours the rest on top of the guy's body, and he like, Jack Daniels.
The only thing more famous to me than my favorite musical artist.
My second favorite celebrity is Jack Daniels, beaten only by wild Egypt-themed DJ, Pharaoh.
He sees you again, passes.
He's like,
Oh my
You know, maybe we don't need Or to get fucking kidnapped.
he's not gonna get kidnapped. He's gonna pretend to be beaten up now.
Get beaten up. Maybe we don't need that moment.
I'll stand up and, help him up. And everything. Like, have a seat. I need to talk some business with you.
You're like, wow, is this the day when someone finally wants to publish my hit single?
Bunch of girls.
Well, well, maybe. We'll talk about that after this.
Wow, man went from known marksman now to known singer-songwriter.
We'll talk some more later, but I've got some quite concerning business that I think might interest you.
And he's like, sure.
Man, you could have totally just pep talk him there. Just get him right back
So,
into business.
from what I've heard, you are, well, quite the viable marksman, from what I understand.
That is his
Ooh.
art.
He's very fancy.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I really feel like since he knows you, you could just be like, "Hey, I'll publish your song if you work for this guy again." Like,
That's the route I'm going.
oh, thank God. If he says no, he's like, "Well, it just so happened."
Well, I've got a new spot on this next album I'm publishing.
No, the song thing was a joke.
I mean, can it be real?
No.
Damn it.
This is a grizzled, lifelong mass murderer.
Doesn't mean he can't sing bluegrass.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he can pull out his guitar and start singing
That's what I'm
"Country Girl."
I mean, just because he
Alright.
can sing about pickup trucks and women and cowboy boots does not mean that he
I
is
mean,
himself a songwriter.
I mean, hey, he's a fan of me. So.
Ah, yes, he writes EDM versions of those country songs. I see. I see.
It's my pickup truck.
That's the fucking bass drum. It's like do, 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 do. My Ford F-150. Oh my god.
I'm just imagining how a country song, about AI. Just like, my girl left me and my truck left me and my gun left me. What do I have now?
EDM.
But I'll like sit down with him and I'll be like, well, from what I understand, you yourself are quite the capable gunslinger.
Like, oh, those days are long behind me, sonny.
Well, I sure hope not, because from what I understand, you know this man, and I'll show him the picture of him all roughed up.
He's like, my
Fucker is
God.
making him think he's.
From the
I
top
can't. I can't. I fucking love that line so much. My God.
My God.
Good God!
It's coming out of nowhere.
Dear God!
Dear God.
Oh my God! Randy Orton slithering.
Honestly, the best announcer for WWE.
Dear God.
Dear God.
And I'll show him the picture of the guy.
And he's like, oh, yes, in a past life, I knew that boy.
Well, me and my friends here used to be up one member, but working protection detail for him. Now we're down one. They got the drop on us, and we lost one of our own. So now we're short on ways to look for some extra help here. And since you're familiar with him, we were hoping you can give us a hand in hitting the people that perpetrated this attack.
All right, give me a charisma check with your advantage.
All right. God, knowing this now, this is like a normal person meeting Matthew McConaughey. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how this guy must be seeing this.
Yeah, it's like, why is Matthew McConaughey walking up to me and asking me to help him avenge my old employer?
Alright, I'm Matthew McConaughey. Can
You
you
wanna
give me
kill a
your
guy?
parents? Can you give me your parents' credit card information?
Alright,
I'm Matthew McConaughey, and I need your help. to purchase some V-Bucks. Please give me your credit card information. And don't forget the 3 numbers on the back.
That is a 4 out of 10.
A 4 out of 10. Okay. So you're like, oh, we used to be one member up, but, in a protection job for your old employer, because we weren't as good as you used to be, and they got the drop on us and killed one of our guys. And this guy, Bear Claw, jumps from his bar stool, and he grabs the empty whiskey bottle, and he smashes it on the floor. And like a half-drunken... this is bionic armor, so it's actually pretty accurate. He just slams it on the ground, and it explodes in a frag grenade of glass. And he's like, your friend must be avenged.
That's all it took? Out of character, that's all it took?
I mean, you rolled
rolled
a
a
10,
10.
buddy. Like,
Yeah, you're
I don't know
right.
what
I'm
you
just
want.
imagining, like, Kyra says this in character, like, that's all it took, dude.
Over
He's
some
just in
locals,
disbelief.
That's all it
That's
took.
all it took. Yeah, Bear Claw's like, by the Lord above, I will avenge your friend, or so help me. Jesus, it is I, Roy Joyce, a.k.a. Bear Claw. If it isn't the last thing I do, I will make sure that both my previous employer and your deceased friend are avenged. Let us go
Much
forth,
appreciated.
my new stalwart companion, Michael McConaughey. And
Michael McConaughey.
he's like, my new stalwart celebrity companion. We
just
shall
say
go
I'm
and
very
avenge your friend
vocals.
Freehold.
God, let me some vocals. I'm just like, God. I don't know if it's just because it's Cairo or the people in here are really different from Rhymestown.
You're right.
And then like,
You
you know,
know,
like
Yeah,
Bear
maybe,
Claw.
maybe I didn't need to drug the whiskey after all. Someone already did it.
In the back of his head, Cairo's like, damn, I'm getting noticed more out in the Midwest than I
You know,
am
that's-
in my own
Rhinestone.
city.
You know, that says something about Cairo. It means his country album made bigger hits than his
Yeah.
most
Hasn't
recent
gotta,
one.
you gotta
That
find the real
fucking
agent.
really Hot Night Joe remix really hit different, huh?
You know what? Contact on the fly. I'm gonna give Cairo like
A new
an
like a marketing
agent
guy.
while
yeah,
we're
like an
in Lone
agent.
Star
Yeah.
that isn't affiliated to a large corp, and he's gonna join the road trip with us.
God, another person. Well, actually, you have an extra seat, so never mind.
Hey, yeah, all your companions are gone. Even Bonus is retiring now. He's not leaving Lone Star. He's gone.
Oh man, I don't blame him. This job is kind of whack.
Yeah, Bear Claw, in his act of sudden camaraderie with you guys, like all other people in the bar begin to like cheer and shout and hoot and holler and clap and stomp their cowboy boots with their spurs on the wood metal floorboards. And
it's only because he's been in here for like 7 days.
yeah, he's been here for like a week straight. Everybody knows him, like his whole life story.
And he hasn't left, and he's starting to smell.
Yeah, and like, everybody's like, yeah, you get out there, you avenge those people, and like people are shooting guns into the ceiling and like, all this stuff. And
Bartender shoots out a window. It's like, hey,
yeah.
calm down.
Get in my bar, buddy.
Hooting and hollering.
Public indecency charge.
Quit all your rabble rousing.
What's all this hootenanny? But yeah.
I just patched those holes. After the last guy that went through a spiritual awakening in here.
If I had a nickel for every time a recently retired cowboy experienced a spiritual awakening in my bar.
I'd have 2 nickels.
It's not much weird
Which
that it
isn't
happened
much,
twice.
but it's alarming that it's happened twice.
Jesus.
God.
I see that this episode's a funny one.
Apparently.
Man
yeah.
feigns and goes through entire spiritual journey in the matter of 5 seconds.
Yeah, so Bear
He's got
Claw,
a cyber motorcycle modeled after a horse.
he actually walks outside and just starts walking away from the building, like he doesn't have a vehicle.
I'll like
God.
roll over to him and I'll be like, hey, we got plenty extra seats.
And he's like, "Oh, where are we going?"
I'll pull up a picture of Nicolas Ordonez or Ordonez.
Oh, Nick.
Wow. Well, racist.
No, he's gonna be dead.
And I'll tell him, well, we're going to a little farm property where this guy is held up with a few of his associates. From what we've come to understand, these are the guys we're looking for.
It's completely unrelated.
All right. In that case, Bearclaw would carpool.
I'm assuming I know who with.
Does it matter?
No, not really.
Cool.
Actually, it matters a lot.
All right, you're
It
right.
probably does to him.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me, does he want? Actually, who's driving what? Who cares to drive what?
I mean, Bonus is
Where
gonna
even-
take
Aren't we
his
all
car.
kind of carpooling?
Well, are you all gonna take one car?
Well, no,
we need
'cause
two
I'm
cars
assuming we wouldn't take the big ass truck.
No, the truck is always parked. Like whenever we're in a super city that we plan to stay in, it's usually just chilling in a.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's
I
really just splitting
assume-
up.
I assume that
where?
like you guys are gonna take like the vandalism van because there's a massive machine gun on the roof, and like the MDRR car and Bonus's hover car.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want to be in? The van, the flying car, or the race car?
Quick, Dakota, roll a 1d3.
All right, I'll roll a 1d3.
I'll be 3.
You vote a 3.
All right, I guess he's in my car.
Yep.
He's in the van.
He's in the van. All right, now
Alright.
let me ask you this. Never mind, I don't need to ask you anything. I'm driving.
What about Oid?
I mean, yeah, Oid drives when I'm not driving. And so far, he's had more drive time than I have. Leave me alone.
This
Alright.
is an in-character conversation.
It is an in-character conversation. We rolled a dice and be like, all right, you're in this one.
That's all
Alright.
it took.
That's all it took.
Roll 1d3. My God. But yeah, okay. So you guys drive off to this address outside of Lone Star. Outside of the Lone Store. And it takes you guys like an hour to drive out there. And
It'd be pretty late in the day at this point, right?
it would be like 2 in the
And
afternoon.
it's still the
Your
afternoon.
meeting was like noon.
We didn't take that long from place to place.
Yeah. Because you guys were going like 100 plus mile an hour.
Yeah. Alright, so I will grab my rifle and try to start scoping the place out.
Alrighty. So you grab your
Oh, I should mention, does
I'm
this
gonna-
bounty need him alive or dead?
Dead or alive, so we can take him in dead.
Is there different money or it doesn't matter?
Nope. He's a
Oh.
bar and Darrow.
Same-
They don't care.
Same rate. Same rate.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my snipper rifle, and to mitigate the glare, I'm gonna sit in my car.
Okay. So you guys find like a hill off this like dusty road that passes by this farm property. You see that there's like a fence around it. There's like a barn off on like one side, and then there's like a 2-story ranch house that looks pretty old, pretty worn and weathered. And it looks very quiet. You don't see any livestock. There's no crops planted in the fields. There's no people walking around.
Are there any vehicles?
None that you can see. Probably the only sign that there's anybody in the area is that all the windows on the ranch house have been boarded up recently.
Alright. Can I deploy Ra
You can.
and get an overhead view?
Raw from God.
Ra's from gods.
So yeah, you can throw up your little mini crow drone.
Alright. I'm gonna have him circle around a couple times, see what I can see.
Right. I mean, he can give you a pretty good bird's eye view of the property, but nothing that you can't see with your eyes and or sniper rifle.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna use his. I'm gonna try and use his telescopic vision or telescopic enhancements, um, and see if there are any like gaps
I mean,
like
you
that I
think
can try and see through.
there are gaps in like the windows where like the boards have been, unevenly spaced, but nothing that like raw, like no holes in
There's
the
no
ceiling
like
or anything.
movement. There's no like movement behind those boards.
I mean, you can give me like a perception check, I guess.
Okay. That is a 7.
You do see some shadows moving betwixt the boards.
All right. I'll call Rob back, and I'll pack him up. Hmm. I'll turn to the others and be like, well, we've got some movement in there. So, there is that. Um, seems as though the windows are boarded up. So, even though they're
Alright.
boarded,
Can unboard them up.
hmm, what was that?
You said unboard them up.
That is true. We still might want to, uh, take some precautions moving up towards it. We don't know how heavily they are armed. So, when I was doing a visual of the place, was there any angle that wasn't, like, didn't have windows, essentially?
Well, the back of the building has the fewest windows, with only like one or two.
Hmm. So, technically, if we can keep low and come at an angle, we can get close to the building. Okay, I mean, that seems to suit what we're trying to do. It's like desert and dusty out here, right?
Yeah, it's like that like Texas like savanna clay ground.
Alright. Alright, yeah. We can we can try to move up at an angle. Get up close to one of the back corners where the windows don't have the greatest vantage point. Everybody on board?
I mean, sure. How much do we care about possible innocence? Nah, never mind.
Do I have?
I was
See what
gonna
I
just
have.
shoot the whole place up with the damn gun.
This is true, but we want a positive ID.
Aw. I was gonna suggest we mow through the house with the autocannon.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I assumed you guys were
I've
gonna
got
do.
I've got 3 stun grenades, so
Oh, you can stun their dead bodies.
I mean, if you want, I can take the ninja, walk up, like toss an aid in the house, and then you guys breach.
that's what I was thinking. I've also got an incendiary grenade. I can just bring the whole thing down on them. I've also got an acid grenade.
I feel like those two would definitely not give us money.
That's what I'm saying. Because we do still need a positive ID to get that bounty.
Alright, I guess when we confirm where the guy is, we can kill him after.
Yeah. My effective range is also quite limited. Hmm. Do we want someone on, like, sniper duty? In case someone tries to run?
I can do that.
Well, here you go. And then I'll hand you the RA.
Alright, time to go in, boys.
Breaching clear with a sniper rifle.
The RA-72R does 3d100 damage per shot.
Okay.
The sniper rifle's seen so much use,
It-
but
it
it hasn't
should.
been shot.
No, you're right. I didn't shoot it at all.
Neither did
No,
I.
I actually shot the anti-material one though. This is the
Oh,
anti-material one.
no. This one's the regular one.
Mm.
The scary one with the breach ammo and the integral suppression and thermal scope is the scary one. That one has smoke grenades. The OSH-CR12. That is my anti-material rifle. The one I stole from a sniper lady way back when. I keep forgetting I've got a micro laser ring. Kill the guy with the micro laser ring.
Could have given that to Oid
Alright.
and had him get kidnapped. So he could laser beam the guy.
Oh, that is true. That's
Alright.
true.
Actually, he didn't get beat up. He got kidnapped.
But yeah, I mean, Bonus has his shotgun, but he also has his rifle. If you want him to stay outside or do whatever.
Honestly, that shotgun needs some action. You should breach and clear with it.
I mean, he used it back in New Orleans.
He did.
Need some more action. Breach and
That
clear
is
with it.
true. Yeah, I'll bring the stun grenades.
Alright.
Kinda
I'll
like Daisy
stay
together.
in the van with the big gun.
Okay.
God, you know how scary that is to have a fucking autocannon be also tracing someone and a sniper?
The sniper doesn't get them. The autocannon sure as hell will.
See, the sniper is to go. Oh my! Is that even possible? Is that legal?
What?
What?
To aim to precision strike someone, but you use like the zoom feature of a sniper to accurately hit with a autocannon.
I don't think that would work. That's
Okay,
also like a different angle.
this is
Yeah.
true.
Unless
You'd
you were
have
like
to be
standing
right
on top
next.
of the autocannon or something.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
the rotary cannon.
Looks
Unless you were
like I
like
know where
right
I'm
next to the
standing.
autocannon. You'd have to only calculate it for like a couple of feet to the right, but
Yeah.
that's still a lot of calculations to run and not a lot of time.
Yeah. Hence why
Alright.
the
It's a
rotary
lot of
gun has
layering
like a
footage.
camera on it, so you can see through its vision.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to prepare 2 stun grenades to daisy chain off of each other.
Okay, you tie some rope around them.
Oh no, I was saying like the actual like pins. So like when I pull the pin on one,
Oh yeah.
the other one pulls as well,
Yeah.
and then I'm just, you know, tossing it in.
Okay. Bearclaw draws like he like pushes his like trench coat back and see that he has like 3 different sets of revolvers all on his hips.
3 sets of 2?
Yeah, 3 sets of 2. And he
I'll
draws
have my.
he draws his smallest caliber, which are like fancy KE replicas of the old Navy revolvers.
So they do
that are
make
like,
them.
these are like the updated sci-fi upped versions that are like more ergonomic and like lighter and sturdier built and more reliable. And these
Do
are
you
only
think their
45.
parts could be compatible with the one that I've got?
Probably not, because the internals would be all different. Like it might look like a black powder revolver, but it's not.
I'll turn to him when he pulls it out, and I'm like, "You got any contact information for the guy that sold you that, or a gunsmith around here?"
Like, I know a guy, yeah.
Keep that in mind, and I'll prep the grenades and then get my Wing of Osiris out.
Alrighty. Bonus will get his revolving shotgun.
In some way or another, we've each got revolvers.
Except for Oid, who has a revolving set of bodies instead.
Speaking of, I'm assuming, Oid, you're using the robot ninja?
I'm not gonna need to like pose as
The guy
the
anymore.
Johnson here, I assume. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, I guess.
But that would be kind of awkward.
Pretty weird.
I mean, I could sneak into the house and just be there for some reason.
It's like Skullface showing up in a Metal Gear Solid 5 at Mother Base for no reason.
But yeah, no. If we don't need a disguise, then I'm just gonna rock
I
the
would say
ninja.
no. Doggo's also with us.
Okay. So we got the whole breach team over here. You guys are gonna go to the back, he said?
Yes, if there's a door there.
There would be, yeah.
Okie dokie, then that's where we go. Can we hear anything from inside?
Not until like you actually get up close, and you'll need to give me stealth checks before you get that close. So.
Alright.
So I will roll for.
I'll make one for me and the dog.
And then for Bear Claw.
I have gotten a 7. The dog has gotten an 8.
Bear Claw rolled a 2.
Snaps a twig.
Yeah.
Don't they need to roll to like see if they can hear him? Or
Well, no,
capitalize
because
on
it's
that?
passive perception, basically.
Uh-huh.
And, the average DC is 10. And he did not roll a maximum of 10. He rolled an 8. Bonus pass with a 6, though. So, that benefit. What does Ninja Oid get? His double advantage.
With double advantage.
We assume you're going to be invisible and you're always dead silent. So
8 on the die.
an 8. So yes, you also suck the seat. So this group of heavily armed mercenaries crawls, crouch walks their way around the side of the ranch house, and you approach from the back, and you guys get like halfway between the fence line and the back of the ranch house when Bear Claw stops running, pulses one of his pistols, takes out like a flask, and like goes to take like a nip from his little flask, and as he does so, you guys hear like some Spanish yelling come from the house, and then like as an assault rifle sprays kind of wildly across the open field, and like one of the bullets like pierces through Bear Claw's flask and sends it flying off in the distance, and he's like, "Jack Daniels, no! You bastard!"
Oh man, they did the one thing they shouldn't have.
He's gonna go sicko, bro.
I'm gonna turn to Bonus and I'll be like, alright, improvising!
Everything is red.
Let's have Bonus kick that door in, then I'm gonna toss in these flashbangs.
I'm already revving up the damn turret. No, I'm kidding. Unless you want me to, I can.
And now we roll initiative.
Okie
Sure, I'll roll some.
Doug rolled a
Yes.
6. I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I got an 8.
And 8 plus 8. 16. Myroclon bonus. Bonus gets a. Ooh, he got an 8 on the dice, so he got a 14. Myroclaw got a 12. The enemies roll an 11 in total. What does Oid get?
That'll be 4 on the die.
Also a 12. Alright, so up first is the one person not involved in the combat. It's Knox. You see the you see the scene unfold and you hear the gunshots and stuff as Bearclaw's flask gets pierced. And you're just kind of chilling with the sniper rifle in the van. Do you do anything? You can't see, like, because you're on the side of the building, so you can't necessarily see like the window that's doing the shooting. But
You want me to just rip into them?
If you want.
Is the whole group okay with them being, just random cover fire in via the turret?
I mean, seeing as everybody is currently caught in an open field with no cover, being shot at by at least one fully automatic assault rifle, yes.
Cool. And that's what I do.
All right.
I have the text translator, right? Can I see what they were saying?
They were just like, "Oh my God, intruders! Quick!"
Jose, give me the assault rifle.
Yeah. Pass me the AK.
Pass me the Cyber Draco.
It's me,
Does the
Kermit.
text translator also specify that they sound like Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Pass me
Orale.
the Draco.
It's me.
me
Hispanic
the
Kermit. Hola.
Hispanic Kermit the Frog.
Me llamo
Alright,
es
cool.
Kermit.
I
So, yeah.
will spend turn rev. Spend next turn.
Let's
Or
spend an
next
action
action.
to
Spend action rev.
Second
Spend
action.
one entire turn revving.
Yeah,
It's been
just like-
6 seconds.
I gotta make sure it's really ready to
Yeah,
rip.
really.
Um,
Really prepared.
And then,
Overcharging.
Mm.
yes. And then spray a line across.
Alright, so you just start. Just shredding. Are you aiming more at the second story or the first story?
Which one is obvious where the bullets are from?
Second story.
The second story, then.
Alright, so you just. And just start, ripping holes in.
You know how scary that would be?
woodwork. Yeah, that would be. I mean, these guys have like fortified this building, so it doesn't do quite as much damage as you would expect it to, because they've set up like sandbags and
still-
stuff. But
There's
it's
still
still,
bullets coming at you.
yeah, there's
from
like
another
308
direct-
bullets.
A louder gun.
Yeah, yeah. It's still a rotary cannon, firing
It'd be like an
high
810.
caliber rounds. See, it's like
Kinda like an 810.
you guys are like, crouched or like prone or diving for cover, trying to sprint to the back of the house. All of a sudden, the left side, your left side of the second floor just gets. It's all like the siding and the gutters fall off and the glass of the windows shatters and the boards go flying and all that stuff as the rotary cannon opens fire. And, there's a lot more yelling coming from inside. It's like, oh my god! Even more gunfire! Oh jeez.
What are we gonna do?
Quick, get the gat!
Miss Piggy, get down.
And right, that's Nox's turn. Next it is Cairo.
Where am I at, Chief?
I would say you're probably like a solid. I'm gonna roll a dice for it.
Alright.
Well, you are 20 feet from the back door.
How much can I move?
Well, 20 feet is 4 squares, and you have like an agility of 6 or 5. So
Agility of 5.
yeah, so you can run up there.
In one action or one?
Yeah, one action.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And, I'll hold action on pulling the pin for bonus to get close.
Okay.
Reach that door.
Alrighty. So you run up, hold action. Next is Ank.
Ank. He's gonna stack up on the other side of the door and hold action on breach as well.
Okay. Yeah, he's very fast, so he can sprint to the door no matter how far away he is, pretty much. Right after Ank is Bonus.
Bonus.
How far away is Bonus? Bonus is also 20 feet away.
Hey.
So he was like right behind you when the gunfire started going off, and he just like see an agility of 6. So he like runs up to like to the back door, and he gets into melee range of it, and he's like, "This is the ATF search warrant," and he boom, kicks the door down. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna blow the door off the hinges.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Like
He doesn't-
shoot out the hinges.
only got 6 bullets, bro. He can't waste those rounds. Those are important
He's
bullets.
only got 6?
Yeah, it's a revolving shotgun. Literally a revolver.
Yeah, but you just revolve the tube, no?
12 gauge
Yeah,
revolver.
but you would need to reload, and it
Yeah.
just wastes time, It's just not as efficient. Like, maybe in an action movie it's
But
cool
you
when he
don't
has
have
an
to
infinite
reload.
clip.
No,
You
it
don't
isn't
have
like
to
the
reload.
Black Ops 2 revolver shotgun. This is literally a revolver shotgun. Like it's just 6
Oh.
rounds on in a big drum mag. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally just six bullets in a drum mag that he can load on. Well, it's not even a drum mag. It's just like how like a 40 millimeter has like the one mag and you just shove the grenades in like the hole in the back. That's how this is.
Oh.
It's like an internal cylinder. He just.
I thought it was the cool.
No, it's not the Black Ops 2 version.
No. We're
Also,
not
it's
that
a
cool.
jackhammer.
Yeah. No, he's
Still,
he's
either.
just got a basic, literally just a shotgun, but with like a revolving cylinder. So yeah, so he
Yeah,
kicks the door in. He's got a little bit of movement left, but your held action triggers, so you pull the pin on the grenades and chuck him in. I forget if they go off immediately or on your next turn.
If they're like any other grenade, you had them always go off in like next turn. Like they'd
Yeah,
be
not every
planted,
grenade.
and then you gave someone you
Yeah,
allow
there's a
someone.
chance to flee.
User throws a grenade at a target in range, determined by 2 times user strength stat number.
Yeah, usually uses
squared
next combat
or the
turn.
beginning
So
of
yes,
the
they
next
don't go
combat.
off right now. They go off, but
So
when you're
like
next.
mid-air.
Yeah, like
yeah,
it allows someone to duck and take cover.
Yes.
Forcing all targets in the AoE, it explodes in a 4x4 square, so 20 by 20.
Yeah. So when they go off,
AoE
they will.
All targets in the AoE to
explode.
make an endurance check at a -1 or be stunned for 1d3 through combat turns. Requires a perception check to determine success. No cooldown.
Yes, they'll go off at sort of your next turn. So for now, bonus is just kicked into the door, and you're like chucking it in before they they like land in like the middle of what is the kitchen in the back of this house. And, like the tied together grenades kind of like slide along the tile floor. In this dark, grody
Should
building.
I roll the strength and the perception?
You only roll the perception. Strength is
Oh.
just like the range.
Oh, the stat number.
Yeah.
So that's how far I can throw it.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta make 2 checks. That's 6 and a 10, buddy boy.
All right, so you chuck him in there. No
So one
problemo.
goes a little bit sideways, but
Yeah.
the other one falls true.
All right, they will go off at the beginning of your next turn.
Nice.
Bonus will hold his second action. If he sees anyone, he's going to give them a nasty
Blast.
case of lead poisoning.
Ooh.
Next is Oid. Oid. Who is invisible, I assume.
Alright.
How far away are you
Invisible,
from?
right?
Yes, you are invisible.
You know what would be kind of funny? If I use this opportunity to scale the side of the building and start assaulting them on the second floor.
You could.
Although, if Nox is still shooting at the second floor, that might not be the best idea.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that'd be too
technically, she is. Technically, it's just like, she does her automatic spray and then stops for a couple seconds. And then if she chooses to continue, she can keep firing.
Alright, in that case, I am going to jump up to the second floor.
Alright, you can move a lot in one action. You can go like 16 squares in one action. So you can definitely get to the... Because you were 60 feet away. I rolled max. So you're 60 feet away from the building. So you spend that much to get to the building. And then... you do have the climb... Do you have the climb ability? I don't remember.
I don't recall, actually.
So I don't know if you have bonuses to climbing or not. You may. Row Ninja Body. Here we go. Processor, nerve folds. No fancy schmancy climbing stuff.
This is gonna be the Spanish guys in the start of the next turn round.
Right. So, you can gimme an agility check to begin climbing.
Oh, fucking god.
01.
No,
A
not
2.
quite that bad.
A 2.
Yes, a 2.
The only other number that can fail. Great. So Oid, invisible, like super android speed, runs across this open field being shot at by a bunch of crazy cartel members, and you get to the back of the house and you start climbing the siding of this old ranch house, but it's so old and falling apart that it can't support your immense android girth, and you can't climb. At least not right now.
Okay.
So that's your whole turn. At least you can't get shot at anymore. So I mean, you're invisible anyway. But somebody was paying attention. They might see the vaguely android-shaped hole in the siding where you slid down from before. All right. Next is Mr. Bearclaw himself. How far away is he from the side or the back of the house? He is 40 feet. All right. He can only move 25 feet per action. So, when I say only, that's average. So he has his 2 revolvers out. I think... I mean, they did shoot his flask. So he's going to spend at least one action trying to shoot Pop, the dude shooting at him in the window. And that guy gets a lot of cover. So this is going to be 2 shots because he's dual wielding at disadvantage. Our boy does get an additional bonus for it because he has a gunslinger's targeting suite. So in that case, he's gonna shoot twice with each gun. Because why not? All at disadvantage. Alright. He rolled a 9, a 7, a 9, a 6, a 9, a 7, and 2 8s. My god. That is very
I
good.
really looks up nothing,
Fire.
this guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good lord. He gets all of those.
Oh my god.
So that's 2, 4, so that's 8 D100 damage. Jesus. Yeah, that's right. This guy, super mega dead. What did he get? 500 damage even. So, as everybody's running to the back of the building, Bear Claw draws his revolvers and he's like, "What are y'all running from? This guy ain't shit." And he just pop, 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 pop. And like the first shot, like pierces through the wall of the house and like hits the dude. So he stumbles into view of the window and he just and he gets blown away. With like a nice comical Wilhelm scream. In second action, casually walking towards the building. Can't quite get there. He's still 50 feet away, but he's killed the guy shooting at you. Now it would be the enemies, but none of them are line of sight because Bearclaw just I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Walker. I don't know. That's not his name. It's just my instinct.
Because of one of the other campaigns.
Yeah. So Bearclaw killed the dude who was seeing you guys. So in that case, actually, I guess at this point, Kyle, roll me 1d3.
Two.
All right. Cool. All right. So in that case, oh god. All right. I'm just thinking about like enemy placement in this building.
They all are in one corner. The enemy spawns were accidentally misplaced.
So yeah. So on their turns, the gangsters are going to, take up arms and just kind of get into cover, basically, in this place. I guess. I guess the City L. All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. All right. I know what to do. Okay. So yeah. So they pass their turn basically just like taking cover and like hiding in the house. Top of the turn order, it is Nox.
Did the gunfire step?
From the top floor, yes.
You guys want me to mow down the middle floor? Or just, like, keep shooting the top floor?
I'd say the top floor, because we're on the bottom floor.
Actually... Oh, wait, what did you do again? Do you want to go onto the second floor?
I mean, I'm gonna try climbing again next turn.
I will not shoot into there. Unless you want me to, and then just stop.
I mean, you're free to go at it.
Alright, well, does the revving still continue, or do I need to rev again?
No, because you didn't take any other actions with the gun yet. It's still technically it's still counted as like firing effectively, like being revved up. So you can just
fire that bitch 2 more times. God, that's what, like, you can fire a total of 4, was it?
Yes, that would be 8 times.
4, 8, 12?
Yeah, total of 12 between both turns.
Jesus. Sure, I'll fire. I'll lay some more lead down.
All right, so you just do another like 2 passes of the second floor of this machine gun. Yeah, it's very unlikely anybody's alive up there. You think? As a matter of fact, you feel your first barrage combined with Bear Claw's barrage probably killed everybody on the second floor.
Just for good measure, and also
Yeah.
to let the others have some action, you know?
You have quite literally aired this building out. The second floor,
Yes.
anyway.
Well, the second floor at least.
Yeah.
I just stopped, you know?
Okay. Yes, the gun needs to cool down anyway. It's smoking. Alright, in that case, it is Cairo's turn. The flashbangs. Boom, boom! Because you guys are on the mean being deafened, so you're all deaf now. Even Knox, 100 yards away.
Oh my god, a good thing I took an ASL class when I was young. Never expected this.
Some
It
gang
sends the
signs.
shockwave through the like, clay dirt.
Yeah. The volcanic eruption starts. Lone Star is destroyed in a hail of
Alright,
fire.
Time to breach.
So
What
I
can I see?
have. There are some dudes that are still technically caught in the AoE of your grenades because
They
they
need to
thought
make
taking cover
check.
was enough.
They need to make some checks. That
They
is
do.
endurance check at a -1, or be stunned for 1d3 combat turns.
All right. Well, that guy's definitely stunned. That guy
Oh.
is not. So one of the dudes taking cover nearby is stunned.
Ah. Can I see said man?
He is stunned for 2 turns. Yeah, so you peer your head in and you see that there is, like, this room here is like a kitchen that led out into,
Yeah.
like, the back. And,
Wait, no, they need to make 2 checks. 2 endurance checks, because there was 2 grenades.
well, there's only one in range of one and one in range of the other.
There, yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
the
range
dice wouldn't stack
dependent.
anyway. Like, if you can't get stunned twice. Like double stunt. That's how it works. So the way that like the layout is that like the door is right up against the well, your left wall, like left side, and then the kitchen like goes to your right, and then all the way at the end of that sort of like thin long like kitchen tile floor, there is a doorway that leads into a hallway off on the right, and then kind of right next to that door, there's another doorway that goes straight towards the front of the house. And there are 2 guys taking cover behind like the walls and the doorways, and the dude who's kind of straight on when you enter you walk into the kitchen from the back door, turn right, and right down, straight ahead of you is like one of the barrenderos with like a cyber AK, and he's like, like holding his head.
So I can only see him, right?
Technically, you can see both of the stunned. Well, if you wanted to move all the way in, you could see both of them. But from where you are currently, like moving 10 feet to get inside, you can only see one of them.
I'll take the first shot. Sure, why not?
All right. This guy has full cover, so he do need to shoot at disadvantage.
Okay. Uh, 8 and a 7.
And you're shooting. What is it?
I'm shooting my Wing of Osiris.
You can only shoot once per action.
Yeah.
All right. So was it 8 and a 7, 8 and a 6?
8 and a 7.
All right. That will hit.
Alright. That is 2d12 times 10.
Plus 40.
Plus 40. That is a 12 and a 5.
12 and a 5, 17, 210. So yeah, you know this guy has cover, He kind of stumbles out of the, into the doorway a little bit, just enough, and you blam, and splatter his brains all over the closet accordion door behind him. And he stumbles and drops his rifle on the ground.
I will use my second action. Moving.
The second action was moving.
And
so you can move more. You'll use 10 feet of your movement.
Is there cover within 10 feet? Even partial cover?
Well,
like a cabinet?
There's currently nobody that you can see, right? Which means that effectively, until either you walk into line of sight of the other guy, or he walks in here, you can't shoot at each other. So for right now, you're good. You could, I guess, open the refrigerator door if you wanted to kind of get some concealment from that.
That'll do.
Yeah, so you just open it up. They got some pickles in there. They got some a really nice looking chicken marinating in there. Gonna be so good when they're dead.
Cook it up.
Yeah, cook it up real nice.
I'm also got a PE vest.
Yeah.
Got an armor stat of 3.
Yeah, so you'll probably be fine. Okay. So that's your turn. Up next is Ank.
Ank is gonna spend first action moving inside, and he's gonna try and get to a point where he can kind of get a cheeky angle on the guy hiding behind the wall.
I mean, you could.
Or it's either that, or he's just gonna shoot through the wall.
I mean, yeah, the guy would still get the cover bonus anyway, but
yeah.
You can shoot at the dude.
He'll pop 4 shots off.
Alrighty. Each of them is at disadvantage.
Oh no, I thought it was at a minus.
Well, yeah, it's at a minus, -3, but also disadvantage because the guy's cover.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna do this in batches of 2.
Okay.
Alright. First and second shots. A 9 and a 5.
Okay, that
First one.
misses, I believe.
He's got, I can tell you in a second. He's got a perception of 7.
Yes, that misses.
Okay. Second one. That is a 7 and a 6.
The 6 barely succeeds.
Alright. 3 and 4. Number 3 is 9 and a 7.
That succeeds.
And the last one is a 5 and a 3.
Definitely a fail.
Alright. That is
2
3d12
successes.
times.
So it's 6d12.
Right. First shot that passes is a 12, an 11, and a 4.
Okay.
The second shot is 9, a 10, and a 4.
Also an even 500 damage in total. So yeah, you also, yeah. So Ankh runs into down the length of this kitchen, gets right in front of the doorway, the other doorway, and just sprays through the wall. Shreds the insulation and the wood paneling on the inside of this.
He's like talking to a guy down the hall, and he's like, "Quick, get that!"
And he gets 2 large caliber AP rounds through his torso.
Drywall is now floating around in the air.
Oh yeah. This is totally a John Woo shootout. There's remember the autocannon, the rotary gun spraying the second floor. There's debris and dust everywhere. It's very dramatic, very cinematic. Now it is bonus.
Rounds are over penetrating walls.
Oh yeah. Bonus might have some things up his sleeve. I have to look. I don't think he does. No.
I don't know if he has grenades or not.
No, he doesn't. No fun grenades.
Unfortunate.
Alright, so he just... I gotta get him to upgrade this shotgun. This shotgun's seen a decent bit of use and has never been upgraded.
And we cracked cylinder, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get like... I think I'm gonna get him like cool bullets for it, because, it's a shotgun.
Get him the tracking bullets.
I was thinking more like flechettes or something, but that works.
Smart flechettes, bro?
You can get smart
flechettes?
I think that is a thing.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah,
Most smart ammunition is flechette.
Yeah. So Bonus runs past Cairo, and then runs past Ankh into the hallway where like the first guy's dead body is. And in that same hallway, a few feet away, there is like a doorway into like what used to be one of like the bedrooms. And Bonus kind of like aims his shotgun at the doorway, and you can hear somebody like fumbling around with like a gun or something in the bedroom,
trying to like slap the mag in.
Yeah, and you can hear the guy being like, "Oh my God, there's this big gun outside, killing us all." Dios mío. And Bonus will spend his whole movement to basically post up at the bedroom doorway, and then just like whip around and schwack this guy, or try to schwack this guy with his second action rather.
Here's Bonus.
Yeah, he's just like, so we heard you guys have untaxed automatic rifles. It just like around, blam, point blank.
We were trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh God.
God, I feel like that's an actual thing that salesmen try to do. Is like, or scammers try to do in this universe. Is we've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Right, he gets a +1 from his targeting suite.
Oh, you should get him. You know what you should get him? You should get him like the foregrip, so we can like hip fire it more effectively.
Technically, the gun does have a foregrip on it.
Really?
Yeah. At least in the art it does, so that's usually what I go off of. So yeah, it does. So yeah, I guess I can add that for free now. 'Cause I haven't added that yet. But yeah, so he gets a +1 from targeting suite. I don't think he has any other bonuses. No pun intended. In that case, he does hit. Barely. So he whips around, and there's this like young Barandera guy, like basically like he rolled out of bed and has like a micro Uzi that it's like jammed up with like debris and like like chunks of drywall.
Known is in really bad Spanish, Orale Holmes.
He just whips around. The guy's like, "Oh my God!" and he's like, "Siéntate," and just obliterates him.
Siéntate, Chico.
Bonus used to be a lawyer, right? He speaks languages legit. He's not that American. He does full 5d100 damage to this guy.
Oh.
That is a total of 380 damage.
Ooh, you know
Big.
what's even better for that shotgun?
What?
The HE slug.
Incendiary. Get him Dragon's Breath.
High explosive incendiary slugs.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
You
Bonus
What a
shoots around,
Geneva Convention.
explodes this guy with a 12-gauge buckshot to the chesticles. Reduced to atoms.
I use the stones to destroy the stones.
That is Bonus's turn. Up next
These
is...
guns are the more advanced version of throwing a rock at someone.
They are. Up next is Void. They're gonna climb.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb.
Alright, give me that agility check, buddy.
Can't wait to roll another 2. Okay, I didn't roll a 2.
I rolled a 1.
5.
5. All right.
Ah.
So you. And in your first action, you can climb into the second floor window.
Cool.
Your first
Yeah, he
action.
just spiders up the wall.
Yeah, he just like, climbs. It's like I think he like shimmies along the gutters. An invisible robo ninja probably weighs 400 pounds. Like scraping up the gutters.
Yeah.
Yo, what that dog doing? What that dog doing?
Yeah. And you climb onto like a little roof, and you crawl into the second story window. And this place is Swiss cheese.
I mean,
there's-
yeah,
there's, like,
understandably.
There's the dude that Bear Claw schwagged. But there is also like 3 other corpses in the second floor, and you can all see them because the walls have been torn down. And they're all full of holes.
Were they armed?
They were, yes.
Alright, well, I guess I will take my time here to sort of scan the area, see if, like, the guy that was on the bounty board is in this area.
That's a good idea.
Alright. Roll me a luck check.
A luck check. Well, that's
Ooh,
testing
it's
fate.
his daughter.
Okay, looks like we're back to basics.
Oh boy.
2.
2. Alright, you don't see the bounty.
You see his daughter.
You see his infant daughter reduced to chunky tomato paste.
Josefina, who was holding a K-1911.
You see his wife holding an AK with an underbarrel grenade launcher pointed directly at you, somehow.
Oh my god!
Reduced to atoms.
Reduced to atoms.
You see a woman holding a plasma grenade. She pulls the pin and the entire building erupts with the power of the sun. No. There is still empty, but you don't see your man. Next up
Alright.
is Bear Claw.
He's still just strolling.
Yeah, he finishes his
Strolling
walk
off the room.
into the building, into the kitchen, with his first action. His second action is going to be spent taking that chicken out of the fridge.
And start frying it up.
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough movement to get into the next room and shoot, so he's just going to rummage through their pantry and judge them. I'm like, I can't believe y'all didn't buy the right kind of barbecue sauce. What's wrong with you? Barbecue.
No tahine, what the fuck?
What is this A1
You mean that
nonsense?
You ain't got no cayenne powder in here.
Is that bacon bits I see? Good Lord.
Y'all deserve to die.
I should have called an airstrike. Culinary crimes like this? Hooey. But yeah, that's his turn. Next is the enemies. They begin to shuffle about. One of them leans around a corner. Oh. This could be very bad.
Oh no.
Well, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. Ankh has armor, right?
Yes, he's
Sure.
almost entirely armored.
Alright, I want to get those armor
He's
checks ready,
still in
buddy.
the kitchen.
I want to give me 3 armor checks to be precise.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Yeah, he's got a ranged armor of 2.
Alright, give me those 3 armor
Yes.
checks, buckaroo.
Okay.
Yikes.
Am I rolling above?
You have to roll an 8 or higher, well 9 or higher, I believe, but an 8 or higher.
Okay. I need 3, right?
Yes, 3.
Okay. One of them is a 10, one is a 9, and then the other is a 7.
Okay, the 7 fails. The other 2 succeed. So, if we follow the rules of normal armor checks, Ankh takes exactly 10 damage.
God.
As from basically like there's the kitchen, and then the doorway that points towards the front of the house that leads into the dining room, and across the dining room was a man with a shotgun. So he poof, and he fires buckshot at
he
at
fired
Ankh.
it from really far away.
Yeah, but he fired it from more than 30 feet away, so it diminished his damage by a little bit.
So
Just
he
turned
fires this.
eating red
He
eyes.
fires this. It like pings off Ong's head. His head like deflects a little bit to one like the other direction, and then he just slowly turns and stares into its soul.
I have a fucking gift for that. Hold on, if I can find it. Oh my god.
Yeah, the bar and there was like, oh my god, they've got drones, man.
Dios mío!
So yeah, that was that guy's turn. I'm gonna have. Do I think? I don't think there would be. Oh yeah, I have to keep track of who's dead. Many people have died. That guy died. That guy. Okay, 4 more people have died. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. The rest of the people keep going about their business. No more gunshots go off. However, Nax from outside. Nax in the vandalism van. You see. You see 3 armed men of Hispanic descent.
What's race got to do with this?
I'm putting it because they're Aztecs, obviously.
Boys.
And in lore, Aztec is racist. They prefer to hire Mexicans. 3 Mexican dudes run out the front door of the ranch house.
That's such a good one.
And they're just like, kind of like they're frantic and like oh. And they start
like
running
the target?
towards the barn.
Which one looks like the target?
One of them does look like the target, yeah.
His ass is grass.
Alright, so you're gonna shoot at him.
Yes.
You're gonna snipe him or use the rotary cannon?
It's a sniper's
I'm
good
gonna
for him.
snipe him. I'm gonna snipe his leg off.
Cool.
We're gonna cold shot his leg.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Alright, so that's disadvantage. I'll tell you what the stats of Cairo's sniper rifle.
It is indeed a sniper rifle.
And this
So
is
you
more
do
than
3D
300 feet.
Fired 1 time per action. Has a mag capacity of 6, perception check is 6 success. Plus 2 to shooting based perception checks with this weapon against targets engaged. Target 60 squares at 300 feet or more away incurs disadvantage shooting based perception checks against targets within 60 squares.
See, this guy is more than a football field away. So you do get a +2, but you still get disadvantage. Plus like targeting sweep. So an extra +1.
There was like a +3.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get a
Disadvantage and
+3
+3.
disadvantage.
I get above it. I get. Math is failing me.
What's your roll?
11. There we go. It was 9/8.
All right. Yeah, that's why sniper scopes are good when you use them properly. So
yeah.
roll your 3d100 damage.
Great sniper rifle. Worthwhile investment right here.
That is not what I wanted to roll. I mistyped like the DX, so it just said to me that I rolled. I got like 3,910. I was like, that is not it, Chief. That is not it.
Bro, 4,000 damage to that guy's leg.
It is more than just gone.
That leg never
I just
existed.
got
Just
it.
moved from the timeline.
You got a 220.
220. All right. You
Yeah.
can't non-lethal with guns.
Well, we're not trying to non-lethal him.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
you...
it didn't matter which one. I just didn't want to blow up his face by accident.
Okay. Yeah. So you, and like this guy's running, and it's this distant, and like a second later, the round goes like through his through one thigh, out that thigh, into the other thigh, out that thigh, and he does like a half sideways flip, like
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, his legs get thrown to the side out from under him. So he rolls on the dusty ground for a few feet, and the two guys that are chasing it as well were in front of him, and then look back and oh my God, Dios mío.
How many shots do I have per action?
One shot per action.
So you
guess I
can
could shoot
rotary
another one.
cannon the remaining two, or you can snipe one.
Wouldn't I have to
Or-
rev up again?
You would, yeah.
So that's a
Or
no.
you can try to line up the.
You're not gonna get
God,
you cannot get a
that's-
collateral. Not
If
possible.
you were a little bit closer, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright, well, which one? I'm assuming they all, no matter what, incur disadvantage, yes?
Well, if you're cold shotting, then yes. But if not, then no.
Oh. Then.
And you get a +3.
Yes, then. Which one is further away? Which one looks like a runner?
The guy with the pistol.
Oh. I roll my perception.
Oh, are you doing
Plus
the
three.
sniper
11.
technique where you severely wound one of them, and then when the others go to try and help, you shoot
Oh,
them
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and turn one target into 5?
Oh,
Non
God,
required.
that
non-lethal.
reminded me of a fucking scene. But no, I'm just murdering people.
Fair enough.
So, man, it's not this guy's day. I just got a nat 10.
Ooh.
That's 13.
All right. So roll a 30 and 100 doubled.
This poor guy.
This poor chap.
I'm just gonna do times 2. 380.
3.
I rolled like a 21 and I just eh. And I feel like, and I'm like, yeah, that's I guess, but yeah.
380. So yeah, the other two guys are like, oh my God, they shot the boss, and then the dude on the right side is kind of running a little bit faster, as a big old snipperiff around goes right through the back of his head, out his forehead, and he crumples to the ground in a heap. And the last guy, he's like, oh my God. And he's still running, but it's
I don't even know if
on
I
your
could
turn.
fucking yell at them stop, stop.
You're too far away, can't hear you.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
like,
And I'm thinking in my
They
head, I'm
can-
like,
they
Actually,
can
do we have
barely
the
hear the
loudspeaker?
suppressed shot.
no, I did
I
not put
don't
a
think so.
loudspeaker on mine, sadly.
no, only on
Only-
the big truck.
Only the big truck had the PA.
Yeah. Alright.
So that'd be pretty funny. And you just scream, stop, stop, and then for some reason they actually stop. I'm like, God, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Alright. But I will say, given there's only 3 enemies left, and this is you guys. You guys can clean up the remaining 3 between Cairo and Unk going next. You can both clean up the 2 dudes that are inside, and Oid would be able to see from the second floor the last guy running to the barn, and could just shoot him no problem. If you really wanted to, even shuriken him if you really wanted to.
Sure, I'll get a little bit fancy for old time's sake.
yeah, so you do the because of the Robo Ninja, the shurikens a lot Genji, they come out of your knuckles. So you chuck one of them, and it hits him right in the brainstem, and he drops like a sack of potatoes,
Sack of potatoes.
like a bag of rocks in a river. And pretty quickly, the air goes quiet as the screaming and the shooting comes to a close after Bonus puts the 12 gauge in the final squealing young Barandero gentleman.
Unk tears the one guy that shot him, tears his throat out.
Yeah.
Scratched his paint a little bit. I'll fix that up later. I'm absolutely picking up one of these cyber AKs and checking it out.
All right. It's a pretty standard cyber AK. I think one of you has a generic cyber AK. Maybe with the second K4 where you guys picked a bunch of cyber AKs.
Take one of those.
No, I think I have a
AKs.
generic AK.
You did, but then it broke.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the own security AK that like breaks if you roll like not a 10.
Yeah. Well, you can get another one here. Would you look at that?
A
Yeah,
fine replacement.
These are like actual. Like these are Jackson Industries rifles. They're not the plastic 3D printed garbage.
Russian standard.
Yeah. When I pull up the second K4 and I find the shoot them.
Does anyone here have any interesting weaponry?
Not particularly. It's all pretty generic.
What about Big Boss Man? Does he have any fancy gun?
Big Boss Man? No, Big Boss Man just had like a pistol.
Ah, damn.
Let's see, here we go. The AK is called the AJ-87.
Got any art for that one?
Well, I do, but I don't know if I can. So who's taking an AJ?
I am.
Or is Oid also going to take a sci-fi AK?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
So what's his name has to be like really confused about this. Bear Claw has to be really confused about why we're just taking guns.
I mean, no. Desperados live off the land, shall we say.
Bonus should probably take those shotgun shells from that one guy.
Oh, yeah, you just did a buckshot. You can just replace the couple shells that he spent.
I'll slap a new rip round into the wing of Osiris.
Is this AK going on the Robo Ninja body or the disguise body, Mr. Oid?
I can replace
This is for
Junior.
Generic?
He can replace his AK.
This is for classic Oid.
Yeah. Gotta get a customized grenade launcher that launches little beans.
Alright, well I've added that with its artwork.
Oid should get a cluster grenade launcher.
No, you get like the 40mm grenades that are just like massive like shotgun shells. Like AoE, like 15-foot columns.
Yeah. Like the Master Key.
Yeah. Just obliterate somebody.
Smart flechette shotgun shells.
That's cursed.
The undersung grenade launcher. Oh god.
Okay, this is the AJ-80
Ooh. Fancy.
Yeah.
So do they come with those sights or?
No.
So
These ones are totally stock standard, a little bit beaten up, dirty, dusty, gross.
Pretty nice mag pulls though.
Yeah, those would be like quick pull mags, but those also are an actual modification, and so are not included in the gun.
Oh, damn.
But otherwise, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick up one of them, and then grab a couple mags off dead bodies.
Yeah, you guys can find plenty of ammunition and stuff like that. The dead guy, you got your mark.
Yeah.
With a severe case of no working legs.
I'll go back over to Bear Claw after it's all over, like all the dust is settled and everything, and I'll like extend my hand out to shake, and I'll be like, well, you are as good as they say you are.
And he's like, Well, I'm glad to see that your friend could be avenged, and my flask was also avenged. And he like sheds a single tear.
I will have to ask something of you though.
Sure.
Now, we did this job as a favor to a friend. But we're gonna be moving on from Lone Star here soon. So, although I hate to ask you this, would you be able to pick up your mantle once more in service of who was once your employer?
Uh,
And under subvocals, I'm like, you should tell him that we're not gonna be protecting him anymore soon.
Because our contract is almost up on this protection job. And seeing what they did to him, well, it's only assumed that if they have any friends, they might want to come after him again.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay. Alright. That is, drum roll, a 9.
All right. And he like looks down at his bionic hands. And this looks back at you. And you're like you can basically hear like the old timey Wild West whistle, like doo-doo in the background. And he's like, "There's always one more hero to avenge, I suppose."
I'll pat him on the shoulder, and I'll I'll like essentially walk back to the convoy with him, and I'll be like, that's what. It's always good to hear. How about a round on me?
And he's like, "Sure."
All right, and then I guess we'll go back to the back to a bar and I'll buy a round.
All right. Bonus, provides proof of kill via
Yes.
photo of the dead body and providing the address to the local synthetic chem PD, where they can find the corpses. And you are all given your money. I assume you'll be sharing some of that with Bear Claw.
Yeah, sure.
Even splits in that
10,000,
case.
so
You each get 2.
we each get 2. Yeah.
Not a ton of money, but you're also getting the 5K from Edwin. So
This is very true. I'll call him up, and I'll be like, like over a secure line while we're driving to the bar. I'll be like, hey, we're gonna say that we found the guys that beat you up. Just go with it.
and he's like, "All right, come on back to the cafe when you're done, and I can give you all your money."
Gotcha.
And then you guys.
I'll tell him that we do have Bear Claw in tow.
Okay. And he's like, "Good. Bring him to the cafe as well. I want to greet him properly."
Make sure to tell him that he should have some band-aids on his face,
Yeah. Tell him to act up the, oh, I got beat up.
Ouch.
Like a little bitch. I mean,
Wow.
I'll tell him like the entire story so far so he can get his story straight.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, "All right, yeah, no problem." And you guys head off to the bar, have a round or so. I will subtract like 100 collars from Cairo's account. And then you guys head off to the cafe to meet with Edwin Sharps yet again. He's at the same table, same coffee, same espresso. Well, different espresso, but same kind. And you all show up, and he's like, "Oh, Roy, my friend, so good to see you again." And
I'm assuming he's got like bandages on his face and everything.
yeah, he looks like he's been beaten up. Like you are all completely convinced. Like he looks legit. You don't know how he
Shit.
pulled it off, but it looks like he actually got beaten up. You don't
I
know
guess
if
he
he
doesn't
did.
have
but-
all that money for nothing.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah. And he like he starts like crying, and he gives Bear Claw like a big hug, and because like it's all right, son,
Could
it's
even
all
say a
right.
bear hug.
Yeah, bear claw hug. And you guys would imagine, judging by the fact that Bear Claw has a set of bear claws as like a scarf, that he killed a bear at some point, and that's why he got his nickname, is because he's a bear hunter.
It's the entire wingspan of a bear.
Yes. Large bear claw scarf. Well, more like a
Touching
mantle, I guess. But yeah, so
Very touching.
yeah, they have a nice reunion, and and Rose like, "Oh, I'm so terribly sorry, my boy, so terribly sorry that I let you down." So, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's all right, it's all right. I'm just glad to have you back. Glad that everything's been settled." And he's like, "Please, everybody, please have a seat." And he leads Wolf back to the table, and he hands out the 5,000 collars to all of you guys. And it's like, Mr. Bearclaw, are you gonna come back onto my payroll? And Bearclaw's like, yes. And Wayne's like, oh, lovely news, lovely day. Always good to have my grand protector back on the job. And he's like, very, very happy, very celebratory. He's like, well, Mr. Bearclaw, Roy, no rest for the wicked. I've got a job for you right away. And I'm adding everybody's new money. That one. All right. Yeah. Oh, Nox has 101,000 now. You've breached 6 digits for the first time in how long?
I'm not the
How
person.
many sessions?
Yeah. And Oid has 321,000 colors.
How much is bonus?
What's a Bud's bonus? I think he's at 100 and something. He's at 159.
I'm almost at 150.
Yeah. Oid has almost double everybody else in the party. Over double, actually. At least it would double everybody else in the party. The wealth gap, everybody. This is a perfect model.
The non-human race who has used none of his money since the start of this campaign.
Yeah. I'm dreading the day when Oid's like, all right, Dakota, I'm gonna spend 200,000 collars. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Don't tell him, bro.
He already did dump like a huge amount
did.
before.
It was like
so.
100K.
Mhm.
And it was like chump change to him.
Yeah.
It's
God.
like, oh, I just dumped a 100K. It's a little dent in my wallet. Very unnoticeable though.
Very minor. But yeah, so Aaron's like, oh yes, I've got a job for you right away. And Bear Claw's like, oh well, I don't think that I'm quite ready to get back on the horse like that, sir. And Edwin's like, no, Mr. Bear Claw. I want to end this feud. All right, I want to bring things to a close. I want to be done with all that. I want to put the past behind us. I want to usher in an era of peace in our family. And Bear Claw's like, oh, excellent. And then, the two of them kind of keep talking about some, like,
Family.
meeting or whatever, or, like, peace deal that's being brokered between Edwin and another estate family.
Ah, nice.
And as you guys are sipping your coffee, or not, as is the case of Bonus and I assume Oid, Edwin extends an additional job invitation to all of you, and he's like, "Well, I always need another group of people to add to my bodyguard resume, and this time of peace is, ironically, a time of great violence, as many outside factors are trying to disrupt our negotiations. And the meeting is tomorrow. Hence my expediency in getting Mr. Bearclaw back on my payroll. And I would be honored to have all of you come with me to the meeting to make sure that everything goes well."
I think we can afford to stay another night.
Is that the consensus of the group?
How much?
Sure, why not?
How much? That is a good question.
How much? A whole sounds in it's like, well, a whopping $5 bill to each of you.
Oh,
We could
that
buy some
sounds
gum
like
with that money.
a deal.
No, he's like, no, an extra 5,000 to all of you.
I could do it. Could never have enough friends in high places.
All right. Is 5K a suitable number for you, Knox?
I really want 10K though.
I'll try a skill for that.
I mean, you can
I
try to
do.
negotiate.
That's why I'm wondering.
Are you gonna use your fame skill?
Yeah, but we already technically got 10K. That's like 15K. This is a nice guy. I like this guy.
We got 7K.
No, like in total, once we finish this job, it's gonna be like, what is it, 12K? So.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with the 5K number.
Of course you're okay with the 5K number.
Any money is good money, hey.
Yes, but more
You've
money.
got an ability. I don't know, man. If you use that ability, maybe I'll give you a little bit extra fame.
Oh, that is true. That
He's
is
part of
true.
Xanthorpe. You sold me. I'll do it.
Kyle breaks his desk in the background.
I'll
do it.
Pulls a full J slap, breaks
the desk, slams the keyboard.
I got a 10. Yes.
Oh my god.
Of all the times for an ability to come in.
I'm just imagining, like, this kid, he turns to Nox and he goes, oh my god, Nox, I'm your biggest fan.
I could technically pop Aura of Glory.
I'm lighting a different candle for this one, boys.
Wait, Kyle, should I pop
No,
Aura of Glory?
no, don't pop Aura of Glory. You're stealing my glory, motherfucker. Get out of here.
You'll make both of them pass out next. Alright, so your ability increases their upfront payment by 2. 2 times 0 is 0. However...
Yeah, I was wondering that. I was like,
nice
is there an upfront payment?
Yeah. Okay, so you're like, oh, well, we could use a little bit of upfront payment because, Bonus wants to upgrade his shotgun and Kyra wants to upgrade something.
Multiple weapons.
Many
hey,
weapons.
You son of a bitch.
And,
stop throwing up my damn bed, you motherfucker.
How?
I get a fucking 10 and my damn cat's thrown up in my bed. This son of a bitch.
No good deed goes unpunished. What can I say? I bribed your cat with that slush fund money.
Argument the entire time. This internalized argument while Nox is looking at a security camera at her apartment, and the cat that she lets in regularly is throwing up on her bed.
Like, no. That's what scares Edwin into giving you guys upfront money.
It's like that clown-to-clown communication meme, but it's like Dakota and Kyle's cat.
Son of a bitch threw
I'm
so
gonna just like
through a
telepathically
fucking,
beaming
like,
these instructions into Kyle's cat like a sleeper agent.
I fucking hate this
Yeah,
cat.
just like
I swear to
he got
God,
a 10 cat.
that's it.
Execute order 66.
That's fucking it, bro. I swear to God, after this, I'm selling the cat. I'm done with his ass. Someone else can deal with his heart failure. I'm fucking done with this shit, bro. My damn sister need to get your fucking cat in check. I swear to God.
Oh god. Alright, well, I'll say that Edwin will give you 2,500 up front, 2,500 when you're done.
I'm fine with that.
That works for me.
This fucking cat, I swear to God. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I swear, once I get my own house, I'm gonna say no pets allowed. Done with this shit, bro.
Oh, God.
You threw up like a fucking person, man. It looks like cereal. No, it looks like oatmeal, my guy.
I'm glad you get such a vivid description.
God.
I'm living vicariously through you right now.
You
I
can send
can't get
a
over the
picture in chat.
clown communication comment. That still got
Huh?
me.
He did roll a fucking 10 and throwing up. I'm sending a fucking picture in chat.
I will ban you. No, do not do that. Ugh, I'm gonna have my ice cream soon, bro. You can't do that to me.
Oh, God.
Roll the
Ice
outro
cream
quick.
mixing. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that, essentially 3-hour long breakdown of all of our mental sanities, leave a like and a comment down below. If you want to see Kyle's cat throw up again, go ahead and hit that subscribe.
Oh, I don't like that notification noise, Kyle. I don't like that.
Uh, if you want Kyle's cat to throw up again, hit that bell icon.
Donate via super chat, and I'll make Kyle's cat throw up on his bed again.
I'll put it in
Clown
fucking
communication.
meme chat or some shit.
But regardless, thank you for joining us on this episode of Quest for the Core, and we'll see you in the next episode.